Welcome to the Academy Answers podcast. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening in. And we always get started this way. We play our creed, something we live by. And that is, we don't worry, we work. We don't doubt, we believe. We don't make excuses, we hustle. We don't talk about it, we are about it. We don't follow, we lead. We don't do it to have, we do it to become. We're not victims, we take responsibility. We're not suckers, we earn our spot. We're not a statistics, we stand for something. We are not the clay, we are the potters. We design our own lives. Let's jump into the podcast, guys. Hope it can bring you some value today. Let's going. Hey, Academy Answers, how you doing this morning? Good coming to you. I want to thank you guys for listening always. And this is the Academy Answers podcast if you're here for the first time. And we do topics on personal development, personal finance, freedom and happiness. And we get these questions from people time and time again on personal finance, on freedom and happiness. And because of the work we've been doing on social media since that would be about 2013. And we're honored to serve in this way. So this question was a bit of a long one, someone really explaining what's going on. And you could feel the frustration and the passion that this person have, and how willing and ready this person is to change your life. So the person was saying, in summary, they're saying that, look, I've often toyed with this, I struggle with this entrepreneurial idea. I struggle with freedom. I have wanted it for so long. I'm at a job that I earn well, but it is killing me. It is stifling me. I feel out of place. I am unhealthy. I'm overweight. I'm just working hard. And as I get older, I am realizing more and more that this is not me. It is not making me happy. I have the car, I have the house, picket fence, family, and I can make that social impression, but in myself, to me, I am not doing well because I don't feel well. I'm not happy. I don't feel fulfilled. I feel like there might be something more. And look, that is common. I think it's somewhere in the region of 87% of Americans say that they hate their jobs. Hate, not dislike, hate. People don't like their jobs because most people are following a path that is laid out. Go to school, get some good grades, get a job. Go to school, you don't get a good grade, get a job. Go to school, drop out of school, get a job. Do this. No thought of what is it that you want to do, what it is that is uniquely you, what it is that you have a passion for, what is it that you would be happy doing even if they don't pay you. That is pushed off the table, and fear is used to, and conformity is used to kind of keep everybody into that 9 to 5 punch a clock thing. Well, I'll tell you a story of this guy that I met when I was in the automotive business. I'm doing a lot of these automotive stories. So I met this guy. He was doing work on my car. He was an automotive electrician. So they do the computer stuff and the wiring on car and stuff. And then he was doing that. And one day he came to me and he was like, Lloyd, can you send an email for me? So I was sitting down. I was trying to say, okay, all right, we went into the office, we're sending this email. This email he was sending to a company in Russia. At the time we were in Jamaica. And this Russian company has bought out all the bauxite plants in Jamaica. And where I come from, that was in a farm of one of the industries that was there. It was really a farming community, but when you go on the outskirts, a lot of mining was taking place there. And we used to drive past the big construction equipment, and these mining companies had interactions with the community, the schools, the churches, the clubs, and they would, from time to time there would be leagues, there would be competitions, and all that sort of thing that these mining communities foster and help to do. So we would be driving past these mines and seeing a couple of people going to work there, and we would be aspiring to get a job there one day. And we look up at it in awe, and we see these lavish buildings and executives traveling to work, and we're like, we want to be that one day. And that's where he was sending the email to. He was trying to set up a contract and a deal between some company in Kingston and some companies over in Netherlands and South America to get some product from the bauxite. That's a byproduct of the bauxite that they don't use, so they could get it. He could get it to resell it to these other people, and then he was sending email, and we sit down and we craft the email. All is well, we send it off, and he came back for another email, and then one day he says, like, Lewin, help me to do this. It's a big project. I can't do it on my own. And it turns out, as we went further, it turns out that, to my surprise, the guy could barely read and write. He was barely literate. Barely, when I say barely, he was barely literate. His writing was grade 2, and his reading was probably grade 4. It was terrible. But here he was forging a contract, trying to put together a contract, working on a contract, billions of dollars with some of the biggest companies in the world. And one day we were going to the local plant where I came from in the car, and he was making an impression. He got us a chauffeur and this nice SUV, and we were driving there, and he's like, when we got to the plant, it was like an hour and a half drive. When we got to that plant in Discover Bay, there's the conveyor system that takes the red earth, that's a raw product, or the byproduct, the first level of product, whatever they have coming through that, maybe 6 miles down the hill in the air to the ship. So it just runs from the plant and straight into that conveyor belt and loads these ships on the port. So it runs over the road and it comes down, and then there's a big mining operation with the silos and the different machinery on the right, and then on the left, and the ports on the right, and you turn off the main road and go up into the mines, and it is like miles upon miles going up. There's just a huge operation, really huge operation. If you've ever seen one of these mines, you will know what it looks like. And as we came up on the port, before we turned off, like about 400 yards, I heard him say, "Wow, this is what I'm going to do." And I looked at him, I was sitting beside him, I looked at him like waiting for him to answer, and he says, "One day I'm going to own an operation like this, or take over an operation like this." You know what struck me? It struck me that I was driving past that operation for 7 years of my life, to school and wherever else I go that I have come in contact with it. And I went to university. I was getting good grades in school, but my ambition was to get a job at the mines. If only we could get a job. Look at these guys. Wow, this is amazing. And here's this guy, probably seen it for the first or so time. He's never seen it before. And his dream is to take it over. His dream is to think of some big arrangement, some huge contract that he can forge with these people. Now, it goes to show that, I'm saying this to illustrate at the point that all you need is the will. You can find people and you can learn to do anything. Forget this old education. This is the day of the internet. Education is the commodity. Information is a commodity. I get it, but not in that old, antiquated, don't work anymore format that you were taught in school. Forget that. Get on with your life. Dream of what you want to dream to do. Forget your weaknesses. Just don't give a crap about what you're weak in, and double down on your strength. Pay out your weaknesses or learn them out and get going on what you want to create. All of the gatekeepers are gone. All of the barriers are down. This is a new age. Information is a commodity. You're living in the age of the internet. You can do it anyway with anything. You need no further qualification than your presence on this planet and a will to make it go forward. What you need to do is do your homework, dedicate and commit to creating what you want to create. And as you move in the direction of your dreams, you'll attract the people, things, and circumstances that are conducive to these things. And if you believe in yourself and you keep going, you inevitably will succeed or get to at least a level where you say, okay, this is what I have done. This is what I've created from my efforts. I am proud of it. I have beaten the odds. Because the human will is the strongest force on this planet. Thank you.